Hi there, I am Ismail from Pearl Lemon, and today we are going to be looking at how to know what to write about next. And we are looking at this from the lens of trying to build topical relevance clusters. When people try to build topic clusters, they usually start with keyword research. They export hundreds of keywords, group them together, create a content plan, and then start writing. But I think there's a major flaw in that process because keyword tools don't actually show you everything Google expects you to know about a topic. Google isn't asking, did this website target enough keywords when it's trying to decide who is an authority? Google is asking, does this site appear to understand this subject comprehensively? Now, those are two different questions because a website can rank for hundreds of keywords and still have huge knowledge gaps. Imagine you're interviewing an expert. What questions would you ask? What would a beginner want to know? What would an advanced user want to know? What mistakes would people make? What objections would they have? That's often where the best content opportunities come from, not keyword tools. One of the easiest ways to find missing topics is to map the user journey. Most websites over-focus on one stage, usually the buying stage, but expertise requires covering the entire journey. The questions before the purchase, the questions during the purchase, and the questions after the purchase. Most competitor analysis is too shallow, and this is a very key part of this. People export keywords, compare rankings, build a spreadsheet. Instead, you need to study what competitors are actually explaining, what concepts appear repeatedly, and what topics keep showing up. And lastly, what questions are they answering that you are ignoring? You need to use Google itself as a research tool. One of the biggest mistakes people make is relying exclusively on keyword tools. Google itself gives you clues. So do forums, Reddit discussions, and so do YouTube comment sections. Because that's where real questions live, and real questions reveal content gaps. Now, the next thing you need to do, and the next way you need to think about this is that you are trying to build a knowledge map, not a keyword list. And this is where people get stuck. They create keyword maps instead of creating a knowledge map. You need to ask, if someone wanted to genuinely become knowledgeable about this topic, what would they need to understand? That question changes everything. Now, you need to look for missing bridges. Sometimes the missing topic isn't a major keyword, it's a bridge. A piece of content that connects two ideas. These bridge topics help people understand the bigger picture, and that's exactly the type of content many competitors ignore. And now, in terms of where people get topical authority wrong, I think people misalign what the goal is. The real goal is completeness and not volume. And the objective isn't to keep on publishing endlessly. The objective is to reduce blind spots because authority comes from completeness, not volume. Whenever you're stuck on what to write next, you need to ask yourself, what would a genuine expert that knows about this subject that our website doesn't currently explain to him? So basically, you're asking yourself, what do the experts know that isn't on my website? And that question is more valuable than another keyword report because topical authority isn't built by covering keyword. It is built by covering knowledge. If you found this content to be useful, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.